Actually, I always do it. Fish, why don't you do it?
Hey.
3, 2,
2, 1, go.
Hey guys, as the shift happens, I'm Fish.
What the hell was that awkward ass?
I don't know. I didn't think we'd have to introduce our name every single time. All right, rerun it.
No, screw that. Keep it in. I'm Colin. This is Tim. And
Hey, I'm Tim, because I can say it myself.
And we have our guest today, Greg. Now, introduce us to who you are, what you do, and what got you into the car community.
Yeah, so my name's Greg, and I drive a 2006 Chevy Cobalt SS Supercharged. So I guess what got me into cars was, it's a little bit of a long story. I don't come from an automotive background. My dad wasn't really into cars or anything like that. But once I got into high school, we went to high school together. One of my friends, his dad had a Challenger that he would race at Lancaster. And I just thought that was the coolest car ever. I didn't know anything about cars. This was back in 2015, so the Hellcat was still new. Ever since I saw that car, I thought to myself, at some point by the time I'm 25, I want to be able to have a car like that. And so that was my goal that I just kind of put in the back of my head. And then shortly after I started driving was when I really got into cars. Like, I wasn't really someone that went out looking to buy a car and modify it or anything like that. I didn't really follow automotive as a whole. But like I said, once I started driving, I got into cars. And my first actual nice car was the Camaro that you saw, my 2011 5th Gen Camaro SS. I started off driving a Cobalt when I was 18. I had to finance it, believe it or not, a $4,500 car at 18 years old because I was so...
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I was so
on the road.
financially irresponsible.
What are you talking about, financially irresponsible?
I was.
Bro, my truck is built off of credit cards. Yours... You funded your entire build, right?
That came out of my pocket.
Okay, so you're financially responsible. Fish.
I could have used the money towards
Surprisingly,
other stuff, but yeah.
I did that all paycheck by paycheck.
Oh,
Exactly,
God.
yeah.
All right, so I'm the retard here.
You were the one that went and used a bunch of credit cards. Me and Fish just kind of saved up.
I was eating, terribly for months in my car while I was building it. 99-cent ramen noodles.
Oh, God.
Perfect for me.
Yo, gas station ramen noodles are amazing. Cup-o noodles.
Oh, the cup. Salt soup.
Yeah, you'll get your you'll get your
My
sodium
cholesterol
intake.
hated me.
Jeez.
So yeah, you got your Cobalt and you started modifying that, right? Because we worked a little together on that.
Yeah, so I originally had, I've had two base models. My first one was an automatic, and I got hit by an intoxicated driver, and she completely totaled my car. And luckily I had enough saved up. I just kind of scoured Marketplace, and I found another base model, but it had a manual transmission. I wanted to learn how to drive a manual, and so I bought that March of 2021, and I learned how to drive on that car. Completely just destroyed the clutch within the first 5,000 miles. It was so funny. I got stuck on a hill the one night picking up my girlfriend from work, and I stalled out on the hill through two full intersection light changes. It was so bad. But eventually I learned how to drive. I learned how to heel toe, properly downshift and everything, and that's the car that I learned how to work on, and that's the one that you started working on cars with me. I remember we did the catback exhaust, the axles, and then
That was
your driveway. Yeah, your dad was pissed.
What the fuck? Oh,
because he was going to work on your neighbor's car or something like that, and I was holding him up.
Yeah, I just love how he walks up the driveway. What are you two doing? As I'm sitting there holding your driver's side axle.
Yes.
Hi, Dad.
And you see, I started with that car. Later down the line, I put an intake on it, and then I had her a downpipe and tuned it. And I had fun with that for a little bit, and obviously it didn't suffice because it doesn't make enough. It makes maybe 160, 170 to the wheels. The only thing it really beats is 6-cylinder muscle cars. It doesn't really fare well against other cars, obviously being NA and front-wheel drive. Believe it or not, it did beat a Fiesta ST, from a second gear roll. Yeah.
Oh!
I find that kind of hard to believe, but
I promise I will
Alright.
not lie about
Oh!
Who knows?
that. Yeah.
Driver mod too.
It was
That's a huge factor.
stock Fiesta ST. So nothing to brag about, but so I've had my fun in that car, and then I got sick of losing to almost literally everything, and so I did an impulse buy and bought the Camaro, and I was just honestly amazed with the amount of torque that it had right off the bat, and I honestly put maybe 4,000 miles on it in the year and a half that I owned it. I came to the realization that like I didn't want to spend my 20s in debt. You know, I granted like my credit was still good, and you know I was paying it off, but like I wanted to get out of the car payment, and at this point in time still I wanted a Cobalt SS. In the in-cabin footage, I kind of explain.
Yeah,
the whole
that's
story
right.
behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do have 2 Cobalt SSs.
My white one's a base model, but my red is a supercharged SS. Yeah.
Wait, I thought your white one was a 2.4.
Nope, 2.2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It has the SS front bumper on it, which is
okay. Yeah.
Um,
All right. Sorry, my bad about that.
Oh no, you're good.
Still funny that you own 2 Cobalts.
Yes. I honestly, I love
Good
them.
cars. I'm not gonna lie.
They're,
I always like them.
They are eco shit boxes, but if you take care of them, they run well. And I kind of got into the whole maintenance thing and like the stuff that you should do when you either own or if you're looking to buy those cars in the in-cabin footage. And so the biggest thing, obviously, is like timing chains. From the factory, the weak point in the timing chain system is one of the tensioner guides. It just has a very, very small, thin rail that the chain rides against that breaks. And then too, like I was explaining to Fish, the oil squirter in those cars is like I think a 3/16 hole. So yeah. So if you don't,
that's a big hole for an oil squirter.
if you keep up on the maintenance, it'll keep the chain oiled.
Yeah.
But and again, like it's no cliche telling people change their oil, but if you let it build up and sludge up, then it
Exactly.
restricts the squirter from being able to put oil onto the chain, and then it dries up, cracks the guides.
But the guy on the Mobile One commercial said I can change it once a year.
Every 15,000 miles.
The light still says 15%. I got plenty of time to
That's the
go.
biggest crock of
what?
BS,
It is.
man.
You're
It
supposed
really
to
is.
change your oil every 6,000 miles or 6 months? What? I've never heard of that.
Dude, I don't even go more than 3.
I try not to. Like this on the SS, I think I change it every 2,500. So I'm anal about that car.
I literally can afford to do my oil change every 6 months on my black truck because Valvoline VR1 full synthetic, it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
I
How
usually
much is it a quart?
A quart? Yeah, I think it's like $16 or $17 now.
God, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and my truck takes 8.5 quarts.
Holy shit. So that's
Damn.
That's a lot of oil.
It's 2050 too.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that truck will run on because I'll blow the bearings if I don't.
yeah. So you're easily $140 into the oil alone.
The oil filter itself is 45,
30, 40.
45 bucks. Yeah,
What?
I got to do a double because the
Wow.
inside of my engine's coated with oil slick.
Okay.
So oil slicking paint, whatever the hell it's called. So the oil doesn't build up on the rough casting and it just slides right back down into the oil pan.
Okay.
But I'm really surprised today because with this new camera, I got to do some B-roll footage.
How'd it look?
Oh God!
We haven't gone over it completely yet, but we will. I think it'll turn out pretty good.
So the last couple minutes where you weren't driving like an absolute
Dick.
sorry,
I did it.
you make our lives hard. Stop swearing.
My bad. My bad.
But when you were riding alongside us, I was trying to designate the target, and you just sped past the moment I got the target, and it screwed up my goddamn gimbal.
I'm sorry. I was trying to like focus on like our conversation,
Yeah,
trying to keep it
talking
somewhat
and then
professional and like
driving,
pay attention to like what you guys were saying. So I was trying to like focus on both at the same time.
Yeah.
And not be awkward about it.
I was trying to hand signal without messing up the motion of the camera.
Yeah.
So
all of our
Yeah.
signals if we're talking to
Yeah,
Taylor.
we're trying to, like, I'm trying to, I don't want to, like, go half mid-conversation. Oh, hit the gas. Spin them, like,
Yeah, exactly.
we're talking.
Yeah.
Colin's doing that weird motion with his hands. That means speed up. Wait, is he hailing the big bad mustache man? Or is he telling us to line up? No, that was fun. Dude, I can't wait. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun in the near future when we can figure out how to really use this camera.
It's impressive. It's impressive to say the least what you can do with it. I love it.
Like, yeah,
Technology is cool.
when we were doing the
It really
walk-around footage of the car, like, Tim had my phone in his hand, and he was designating the targets of the car, so the camera was following the targets, and it was...
Dude, okay.
I really hope it turns out as well as I think it will. The only problem was audio.
Oh, for the
drive-bys and
Oh
whatnot,
my
the
God.
audio was...
it was bad.
Atrocious. Like, we'll have decent footage of the car,
Yeah.
but there's not going to be any sound.
We're still new. Well, he's still new with that camera, so we got to figure out some way
It's
to
a semi-newer
isolate
equipment to us.
isolate
That's
the
okay.
noise.
Yeah, but no, I mean, dude. So with how things are coming and the weather's getting nicer, like,
Yes.
we're all
It's gonna be
itching.
awesome.
We're
It's gonna be
all
awesome.
itching. So, I don't know about you, but Sunday morning, Cars and
I was
Coffees.
just gonna ask
Yes,
him.
dude. I want to start going to that. Yeah.
So tomorrow morning, my truck's going.
Okay.
Tim, you're still maybe?
I'm still a maybe. I might go because it's super early in the morning, but I'm 50-50 right now.
Where is it at? Oh, okay. I know where that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
dude, that's from the few that I've seen. It's pretty much always a good turnout.
Yeah,
It's
a
always
good turnout.
always
Yeah.
packed, man. It's always packed.
There's like really nice cars there.
It's a nice mix. You got classic, modern,
Oh yeah.
a little bit of everything.
You got everything from your base model Corolla to a Ferrari 458
Yeah, but
Speciale.
a lot of people though that drive stock vehicles will usually park somewhere farther away from
Yeah.
the rest of the vehicles. Like, people are very respectful there.
Yeah.
In regards to that. And then again, it's a good time.
It's a good
I've
time.
never
It's
seen
a
any-
very-
I've never seen any hostile anything
No.
there. I mean, it's always seemed like a good time. So
Cool.
it's an A+ in my book.
I know for a fact that I'm going. Oh, by the way, the time this video comes out, that's already at least a
That's
week
already
in the
passed,
past. Yeah.
we're gonna probably get some footage there.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
That's
That'd be
content central,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, oh,
And if in the area that it's into, it's gonna be one of those nice car meets where people aren't, acting like souls in the parking lot, and
yeah, no.
it'll be like a good
It's a
atmosphere.
very professional atmosphere for like a car gathering.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It really is.
And
Some of the chaos is why I stopped going to them. The last one I went to at was it the Tea Leaf meet?
Oh, God.
Where someone sped out in the BMW and the cops chased after him.
Oh, boy.
That was the last one I went to.
Dude.
I was
All
like,
right. That was your first mistake, was going to Tea Leaf.
Hey,
Dude,
we used to go there quite a lot.
It
Yeah.
was,
We
this
used to go
was-
there quite a
was
lot.
couple
It used
years
to be
ago, but
a good
it was
time.
a really, really big meet. Like, they probably filled, I want to say, like 3 full parking lot
Oh, yeah.
sections.
100%.
It was
Yeah.
huge. There was somebody pulled up in a McLaren. And it was just, dude, it was awesome because as you're rolling in, they got someone that's taking footage of you and your car and everything. It's a really good feeling. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was a good time.
It's always a good feeling to have somebody with a decent camera take some B-roll footage of you pulling
Exactly.
Well, even acknowledging your car too.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
Obviously, I get a lot of shit driving a Cobalt, but
You know, I mean, it may be a Cobalt, but what replaced it is complete garbage in my
The
book.
Cruise.
in.
The Cruise
Oh my
is
God.
absolute garbage, and the Cavalier before it.
The Cavalier was a good car. It was a good
It was a
car.
good, reliable car, but it was boring, and there was nothing really
Yeah.
good about it other than being reliable.
And
Yes.
what I like, especially with the Cobalt,
It was a good mix.
They brought the SS out. That was that weird time that they brought something to make it exciting.
Exactly.
To rival the SRT4.
Yeah, and the Z24 Cavalier prior, that was just a trim package. garbage. And I get it. It's like you want to put some excitement into it to attract new buyers or somebody that.
Well, I
doesn't
think
want
with
to
the
afford it.
Cavi Z24 though is I think they may, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they put the 3.4 V6 in that for just the
I was
Z24.
gonna say, I think it did have a 6-cylinder.
Because I think the normal Cavs got the 3.1.
No, the
If I'm not
Cavalier was
mistaken.
2.2.
Yeah.
Cavalier was 2.2 for the longest time.
I'm talking older Cavalier.
I don't think they ever had Z. I don't think they ever did. In the early 90s.
Wasn't there like a late 80s or like very early 90s Z24?
Yeah, that's
There
what I'm
might
talking
have
about.
been-
Yeah, I thought
It was
so.
like a 2.8 or something like that. It was a really weird displacement V6.
There was a 2.8, but I do think there
But
was a 3.4 in some
GM
of them.
did some cool stuff though.
Yeah,
I'll admit,
100%.
they did some cool stuff in that like era with front wheel drive cars.
Yeah.
The Lumina, the Beretta.
Yeah, let's not talk about the complete mess up of the Impala SS,
Oh my
GXP Grand Prix, and the
Front-wheel drive
Impala
V8s.
SS.
Okay,
They're cool. I like them.
If they had a better
But the fact
transmission
that-
behind them,
but
it
the
would be
LS4
a lot more.
But the
success.
LS4, you couldn't really do too much to, for one, and then the trans was just
Because the 4T60
garbage.
would just blow apart.
You know what's funny too is the LS4 throttle body you can swap onto the Cobalt SS for a bigger throttle body.
Damn.
But it makes it very touchy though. So I probably will not
Very
do that.
snappy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
A little bit too much for my liking, but
Yeah. By the way, because this is our first in-car interview, how is our new member of the car community driving ability on a manual?
Pretty good.
thank you.
And once again, it was a very smooth drive. I was honestly impressed because I've never been a Cobalt SS. I've driven one like once. And honestly, like I'm looking for another fun car. Because driving a 3-quarter-ton truck gets boring.
I always wanted one too.
Oh.
I always wanted one too. Not
And
bad.
I'm looking for something that, is not going to kill me budget-wise, but something I can hop in and have a little fun that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg to maintain or keep on the road.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
I would love a turbo one, but I would not be upset with the supercharger.
The only thing with the turbo one is like you could find, a supercharged one for
A lot less.
three
yeah.
to $5 grand in great condition.
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
find a turbo one in meh condition for like 7 or 8.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah,
It's like
they are a decent bit more. And,
Yeah.
and mine I paid $5,500 cash because it had literally no rust underneath. There's like little specks of it on the front subframe. And that's literally it. Like there's nothing on the pinch welds, the rocker arms. There's nothing
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
It's whoever. There was 2 previous owners. The one was the original owner. He took really good care of it. The guy I bought it from, he bought one new back in the early 2000s. Sold it. He got the chance to buy the one that I own now from auction. He bought it for his son originally.
Yeah.
And his son was 16. He didn't want to learn how to drive a manual. So he only owned it for a couple of months. And as soon as I saw it, like I was originally going to sell my Camaro. I know it sounds so stupid for an STI. Really low mileage STI. I wanted one so bad. It's just, I'm so glad it went the way it did because my dealership, they were selling it and it needed a clutch, throwout bearing, slave cylinder, flywheel. Like I would go to shift and the clutch would stick to the floor. I'd have to kick it to get it to pop back out.
ooh.
So I didn't get a good driving experience with it.
Wait. Your car now?
No, the STI that I wanted to buy. I was going to sell my Camaro for
Oh,
an
okay.
STI, and I'm glad I didn't.
I was just about to say I didn't know you weren't straight.
Oh no, no. So it's I honestly I like Subarus, but like I thought about it and I was like I'd be financing a car that I am entirely unsure about the reliability of, and I didn't want to do that again, and I really wanted to get out of debt to begin with. So I decided against it the last minute, and what made me decide against it was I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found my car, and it was already listed for like 5 or 6 days, and I saw the condition of it, and I was like, somebody's gonna jump on this and buy it, and I was like, I really don't want to pass up another clean one, so
And somebody was you.
Yep, I ran to the bank, I pulled out the money, and at this point I had both Cobalts and my Camaro still, and I sold the
Damn.
Camaro like 2 days after, transferred the plates over, and ever since then, it's been me pretty much just literally setting it up to the point where I can like throw more power at it. The biggest thing that I started with was an intercooler pump. The factory ones they're garbage. They go out around 60,000 miles. So I replaced it with a ZZP Stage 1 intercooler pump. And then after that, immediately I did the timing chain. I had a GM MasterTech do it just because I'm not very confident doing it, and I really didn't want to fuck up that car because it is an interference mounter. So I had the timing chain done. I did full ZZP upgraded kit with it. And I kind of explained a little bit about that in the in-cabin footage.
Oh yeah.
And then after that I did 2 stickier tires. From what I've heard, people kind of knock on them, but they're Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s.
I hear good mixed reviews on pretty much
I like
every
them.
tire, dude.
It depends, because I've heard good things from a lot of people using those tires, and I've also heard bad things.
They suck in the rain.
I think it's all on like your use case with them.
Yeah,
Blake uses them on his GTI.
Really?
He doesn't have a problem with traction at all. He loves those tires.
I was using
that is the
Nittos.
first thing I noticed is that my
such
car
good
was
tires.
able to hook in first gear after I put those on.
Yeah,
So
they're a good sticky tire.
Yeah.
I think the only major downside to them is they wear uneven.
They do wear very quickly. I've noticed a decent amount of wear, and I've put probably about 5,000 miles on them. And I think they come from the manufacturer with like 830 seconds of tread on them, believe it or not.
Yeah, so that's
So-
a low tread.
Yeah.
Probably a very soft compound.
Yes.
I like my Nittos.
But
So
Yeah, too.
now I want to get to a point that I really want to see
yeah,
is your car is almost finished, and
very close.
how much power are you expected to push?
Honestly, so that's the thing with the supercharged setup. They really don't make much power and torque. Especially with the factory supercharger, I'd say probably with the smaller pulley and everything that I have done to it, I think I will have to get a bigger intake. I'd say with the bigger intake and the smaller pulley, probably between 250 to 260 wheel.
How much do you weigh?
Sounds
I
about
think
right.
it's like 2978. I think it's like 2978 or 2987 or something like that.
How much do you weigh?
My car?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 34, 33.
So when you're finished building your motor, you're probably what, 420, 450?
Ooh.
Wheel?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna be in the fives, guy.
Oh, you're going for big numbers?
We're
Yeah.
going in the fives. I blew it up
Yeah.
in the fives. If I'm building it, we're going back into the fives.
Yeah, I'll just say it, I can't touch that.
Now,
I know I can't. And it's all-wheel drive, too.
no,
It's
his is
all-wheel
front.
drive.
Front wheel. Which is actually the better version of the Fusion because the PTU systems in those cars.
Yeah, 4
Garbage.
PGs were not good.
So we have an awfully good little race here. Once we get his engine built,
Yeah, dude, I would love to.
I know we've talked about it briefly.
Well, him and Blake would be, if and when Blake has the time, him and Blake would be a good matchup once he gets his polling and everything done. Because I know Blake makes like 30 something.
He makes closer to 400.
I doubt it. I would like to see that car in a dyno.
All right. Well, we'll have to yell at him about that. We'll see if we can get him on a dyno.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, moving on. All right. Yeah. Whatever. I know we talked about it.
Yeah.
You racing my truck.
So, yes, so if we are doing a dig, I gotta put mounts on the car.
Yeah,
That's
do
yeah.
not dig him. His truck is set up for digging for an eighth. None of us are
Yeah,
competing.
I honestly, I know, I probably wouldn't be able to touch it from a roll. Your car is like, what, 700 horsepower, something like that? It's up there.
So I'm not going to say definitive numbers, but I built it for around 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
Dyno is the ultimate telltale sign, and I will most likely be using a dyno jet to get accurate numbers because I'm not going to be one of those dudes that has like, zero force against it and, make 1,000 horsepower.
Dynos are where your heart gets broken.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just get a dyno on both, a dyno jet and a Mustang.
Yeah, and then what? Average them out. See what
Just
they
average
get.
them out.
Yeah.
Because obviously the Mustang's going to read low because Mustang dynos are heartbreakers.
And
dyno jets tend to read
read high.
a little more Save your feelings.
Yeah.
Dino Jet wants to love and caress you. Mustang Dinos want to see your future fail.
Mustang Dinos like to laugh in your face.
Were you about to say Gino Debt?
He did, yeah. Gino debt. Gyno debt.
I'm in Gino Debt.
Gynecologist?
Yeah,
What?
Gyno debt.
Gyno?
What? Car guys knowing the loving touch of a female? No. Why do you think we love cars so much? Because no female wants to touch us.
Speak for yourself. Man. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, dude, I was a little lucky this morning.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, we're just gonna go there now.
We're gonna go to a different part of the video.
Yeah.
I salute you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Never happens in the morning. So
Oh man. Oh, it's like that Family Guy episode. It's like Peter's on the couch or something, and he's stuck to the couch because he's been eating on it or whatever.
Ugh.
And Glenn and them are all outside. They're like, "We found you gotta come outside. There's a used condom on the ground." And they're all like celebrating and whatnot. And Peter's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get up and high five my friends for the sex other people have had." Oh man.
Good night.
I love Family Guy, man.
Oh god. But going back to that point, we should definitely roll because I know my feelings are probably going to get hurt from a roll race, but
Oh no.
depending on where you want to start is the telltale sign of whether I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight
Or I do.
or I punch my own ticket.
Honestly, from a roll, I still think you would have it. Like like my car moves out, but the thing is, like, I think over the course of owning the car, I've started to understand like its limitations and its capabilities.
Hold on one second. Are you tired right now?
Why
Did you not get any sleep last night?
We're talking about Cobalt. It's
I am pretty.
Did you yawn?
Yes, he yawned twice. That's the second time
I yawned like 10 seconds ago. He probably looked at me and caught the
It
yawn.
is
Yeah,
contagious.
yawns are contagious.
I'll probably.
And I'm always tired.
Listen, I work fucking 50 hours a week.
See, I'm doing it now.
I
so
don't
it's
already
contagious.
know.
Yeah,
You know,
I
to
just
bring me
did it.
bring me to the horizon sign, we will never sleep, because sleep is for the weak. Well, I don't sleep, because sleep is for the weak.
I love sleeping.
I do too.
What was that face?
The reason I was late today is because I passed out.
Yeah.
I fell into a nap with my dogs. It's
Whoa. Hold on. He just said he got lucky this morning and he went to bed with his dogs.
my girlfriend was working from home,
I'm gonna just.
and yeah,
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even.
I can't help it. I love animals. I really do.
But not in that way.
Yes, not in that way.
Yeah, you need to clarify there, buddy.
I shouldn't have to, but I will for you.
Why for me?
Because you're the one whose mind went right to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that lady in Florida.
What?
That is true. Yeah, before you got here, I got this article. Something popped up on my Facebook feed. Some chick in Florida got arrested. She was 20 and she was doing things to her animals.
That's just
Not gonna go into
Always in
detail.
Florida.
Not gonna go into details,
Florida
but
woman.
South. Oh God.
yeah, 20 years old,
And nothing better to do.
and now you're arrested because you decided to.
diddly
have
Jesus.
Anyway, so let's move on from this topic.
Yeah.
Cars.
So I think.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we would love we're obviously going to use you, like have you come back for future content because again, one, your car is really cool.
Thank you.
They're not common, and as from everything that you've done and that we've worked on together, like that car is very clean, very well put together. Like you do, again, for somebody who's only been in the car community for what, 4 or 5 years now?
Less than that, I'd say this is probably my 4th year.
So yeah, even still, like you do really nice work. You do your research, you put in the work, and you built a really nice car. Again, so yes, I again, use having you come back, do like roll races, or have you come join us at car shows? And
Oh yeah.
I would personally like that. I don't know about you two.
No, I'm with it.
Yeah. And obviously in the future, I would very much like to see your Cobalt versus his Fusion when it's done.
I'm down.
Because that would be a fun race in my mind, because 2 inline 4 turbos, front wheel drive.
Or again.
Or no, supercharger turbo.
But yeah.
Or again, Blake.
Or Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring this up really quick because we've talked about it a little bit. So Blake has been leading a very busy lifestyle at this point, and he's had to take a step back. There's no bad feelings. There's nothing like that. We obviously want him on whenever he can, but again, with how his life has been going right now, he's really busy, and he's still a friend of the podcast, and we do expect him to come back on in the future. It's just he's really busy, which is unfortunate, but you will definitely still see him around. But as for tomorrow, I'm really excited about Cars and Coffee.
Yeah.
You're going.
Yep.
Are you going to come?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right.
And I will
What
let
time
you
did
know.
you say it was again?
Was
it
Wimbledon Lanes?
Oh no, what time I'm in?
9 to 12.
9
yeah.
o'clock? Okay, cool.
9, I believe.
Yeah, 9 to 1
12.
or 9 to 12? 9 to 12.
Okay.
That's a good time though, it really is.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm really excited because it's the first time my truck is going to be at Cars and Coffee after 4 years of absolute
Hibernation.
we're going to say hating oneself.
Kinks. Getting all the kinks out of it.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
I wish it was, because it'd make my life a whole hell of a lot easier.
But, there's a saying, and it's probably got to be censored, but tits are tired, they'll give you problems.
I'd keep that in.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's future shirt design.
Some more than others, but
Yeah.
Wait, the bigger the tatas and the bigger the tires lead to bigger issues.
Yes. Well,
I like me some big old knockers.
me too.
Just gonna put that out there.
oh yeah.
But this has been Shift Happens.
Yep.
And we would like to thank our lovely guest for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
his
very much.
lovely, sexy
Appreciate
self for
it.
coming
Thanks
on.
for the time and thanks for the ride.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you will be seeing more of him in the future. That is guaranteed.
Cool.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.
Adios.
See ya.